Hey guys, it's Tom from Inspire Landscapes here with another tip of the week. Continuing on with Lightroom. Geez, I hope you guys like Lightroom. Anyway, I love it. It's very easy to use and gets me the results I want for my pictures. But if you are using Lightroom, you'll be following these tips and realizing how I go about processing my images. Let's go with the workflow again. I just realized that working on this picture in these last few tips, this is certainly not my best photograph. I don't know why I'm working on this one in particular, but hey, we started off this way, so let's continue on. And so we'll continue to work this picture and let's see if we can make something of it. I'll just crop that back to how I want it. I was showing in the last tip about spot removal, and we're getting rid of all those dust bunnies in the sky there. Working across this this section here with all of these symbols, I'm going to skip over this one. This is red eye removal or red eye correction. Of course, we don't have anyone in this picture with red eyes, so we don't need to worry about that. But I'm going to show you another cute little feature in here that I like, the graduated filter. Now this replicates, many of you would have perhaps used those filters that you'd put on over your lenses there, that half of it's clear and half of it's got some sort of coloration or it's darkened. And they're obviously used because more often than not the sky is 3 or 4 stops brighter than what the land is. And so that was a neat way of evening out the exposure in the image. Now I personally don't use them because I can do it here in Lightroom so long as I haven't clipped my highlights. And this is how you'd use it. Given the fact that I've just clicked on this tool, what it does, it comes up with all of these different options. And the one I use the most is the exposure, because I'm wanting to darken the sky. Now I'm just going to drag that down a little for the moment, but in the meantime let me show you how to do this. I just position my cursor outside of the image, but I click and I drag it down until I get the desired effect that I want. Now most of the effect happens above this line here, and in fact if you click on the or even just hover over this black dot, it comes up with a sort of like a pink magenta type mask. That's showing you where the majority of the effect or the decrease in exposure is taking place. Once you've put this in place, it's really easy to modify. You can just make any modifications you want here in terms of temperature, tint, exposure, contrast, highlights, etc. The dehaze is another really good one. Stops it being less hazy, of course. That's a new feature in Lightroom. You can adjust where this sits. You can pull it down further. You can move it up a little. Okay, even when you click done and you've done with it, you can go back and adjust it whenever you want. You just click on the graduated filter icon again. There is the filter. Click on that dot to make it active, and there you go. I can make any adjustments or change what I've already done, add to it, etc. So it's a really neat little tool. I use them a lot. I'll tell you how I also use them, just as an added bonus. I've actually used them in order to then drag gradients up from the bottom, and rather than darkening, I've actually lightened them, so you can lighten foregrounds like this, for example, and I can even just grab that and move that up. So look, I've got 2 graduated filters on there, one at the bottom to lighten the foreground, one over the top there to darken the sky. And so yeah, I love them, use them pretty often, and I think they have a great effect on my pictures. So hope you've enjoyed that little tip of the week. Please keep commenting and sharing the videos around and giving me any suggestions you have for any future tips. This has been Tom from Inspire Landscapes. Cheers.